But you got to have friends. The feelings are so strong.
I've been thinking a lot lately about how lucky I am because I have friends. I have friends that I can talk to about my HIV status. I'm a gay man. I have gay friends. I mean, it's a situation a lot of people aren't in. And so I'm very grateful for that. So please, meet my friends.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you so much. Fine. This is my friend James.
Hi. My name's James Dustin. I am 42 years old. I have been positive for a little over 19 years. And my health is actually, I consider myself healthier than the average American.
Okay, what's up?
I'm good. It's so good to see you.
You too, you too.
This is my friend Craig.
I'm Craig Washington. I'm 49 years old. I've been HIV positive for going on 24 years.
Thank you so much for coming and doing this. This is Antron.
Hello. Hi, my name is Antron Richard. I am 24 years of age. I've been HIV positive for 5 years now. And I'm pretty healthy at this point.
I'm good. How are you? This is my friend Eric.
Hi there. My name is Eric. I'm 45 years old. I've been HIV positive for 18 years, and I'm great.
I agreed to do this video blog because I think it's important for positive men to share their experiences.
I agreed to do the video blog because it sounded like fun. Talk about the issues and good.
For me, it's more of a providing a voice for those who don't have one.
To raise awareness.
Well, what do I do with them? The first thing you do with a group of friends is you feed them. They'll come running if you offer food. So we got spaghetti, we got some salad. I ran out of spaghetti. I had to eat brownies for dinner. Not that I'm complaining. I just be on a sugar rush the whole night while we're going through all of this.
And I do not eat everybody's brownies. But, oh my gosh, it wasn't too moist. It wasn't too, dry. It was just perfect. And, oh my god.
It's just great to have these guys because I can confide in them and, they keep my ego in check. That's not an easy thing to do for an internationally renowned writer such as myself. You know my book. And
I have not had the pleasure to read his book.
I have read half of Mark's book.
I'm certainly going to read it.
Mark who?
What we're going to do is I'm going to sit them around in the living rooms and just talk about whatever comes up and let it rip. I'll let my friends speak for themselves.
My first time when I disclosed my status, it was to a friend of mine who also was positive. I called him up, let him know. He, without my consent, goes to my mother, tells her my status, and my mom kicks me out. Because she didn't have a lot of knowledge around it, she pretty much was like, you need to get out, don't come back. And I didn't talk to my mom for almost a year. And at all. I had come to the realization that I couldn't be mad with my mother anymore. I couldn't hold this grudge. I had to forgive her because she too is human.
When you're asked to leave, that you didn't collapse under that is remarkable to me.
I am very impressed by Antron, someone at his age, experienced some of the things that he's experienced. He's not bitter, he's not angry. He is really coming from a place of forgiveness. I'm very impressed by that.
It doesn't matter, you could be 50, you could be 19, whatever. We're all in this together, different players, same script.
Everybody I know pretty much knows that I'm HIV positive. I'm not in the closet about it at all.
Did that take some time? Did you tell a smaller circle of friends and then that grew?
It took me a few years to be able to figure out where I wanted to be with all that. And now I just tell everybody.
The first thing everybody says about James is he's so cute, he's so hot.
James, he's a cutie.
James is a sexy guy.
I think I'm going to grow up a goatee. That could help. He's doing the whole goatee thing.
There were times when I would date someone or I find myself in a situation where, I'm in bed with someone with a heart on, and then then they're like, what's your status? This is not the right time.
Oh God, it's like.
One time I was getting a blowjob. Okay, the guy asked me if I was positive, and I immediately just freaked out, and I said, you know what, I don't know. And then I left there, and I just felt so bad.
Oh, because you were lying?
Because I was lying. Yeah. From then on, I just thought, you know what, just so that I can feel better about myself, I tell people straight up front,
What is the first thing you tell people who are positive? First thing I tell them is it's not the end of the world.
The first thing I tell them is it's okay to freak out. I think that everybody rushes up to them and says, oh, you're going to be fine. Don't you realize there's all these new treatments and you're going to be fine. You're going to live. You're going to live. Meanwhile, I think they need a minute to say, whoa, it's still mortality in the face. It's still a life-threatening condition.
So what did you need to hear?
I needed to hear, hold on to your faith. It was my faith that I was going to be able to survive this. It was friends that actually reaffirmed that. In some ways, I'm a very public person. So my work in terms of challenging the stigma is owning it. It's about being out around my HIV status for community. On a personal level, to just liberate myself. This is who I am. If you can't deal with it, then you don't need to be in my life anyway.
Craig has the heart of a poet. He's beautiful to listen to, and he makes a lot of sense.
He is definitely a role model for me. Someone that I would love to be like one day. I can remember an incident where I was seeing this guy, and I didn't tell him my status. I wanted him to get to know me, first. I conjured up the courage to tell him about my status. And I was like, well, I'm positive. He looks at me and says, I can't date a disease. Gets up, walk out of my door. Don't even shut my door. And he drives off. This is pretty much the first person I've told intimately, that I was positive.
Can I tell you, I'm just really sorry you had to go through that, because I think that's really shitty.
It is.
James is a very compassionate man. He was really touched by the things that Antron shared. And I like that. I admire that.
Today I look at sex as I only want to have sex with someone who is available for the possibility of something more.
I appreciate the fact that it's about a relationship for him and how his sex life or his HIV disclosure fits into that. That's admirable.
This is the most public thing I've ever done in terms of my own status. There's a large sort of segment of people who have no need to know of my HIV status because everybody is not a potential sex partner.
You share so much of things that are important to you. Why not this?
It just isn't polite. I'm from the South. I don't think everybody needs to know that I'm HIV positive. It is a central fact of my health, but it's not a central fact of my day-to-day living. It's not really the first thing I want to talk about because there's so many much more interesting things, in our lives that's really just not germane to the conversation. My mother made it abundantly clear that she was on my team from the get-go. I had to tell her immediately. It's been 18 years, and at the time it was really scary. I needed to know who was on my team. I was like, Mother, you got to know. Well, you have to know I'm gay. Well, I told her I was bisexual. She says, she goes, well, what does that mean? And I said, well, it means I can't have children. And my sister was in with me, and she was like, and we were in cahoots then. We were like, in terms of treatment, in terms of drugs, in terms of how we were going to finance and pay for this. Mother was on my team.
My mom worries so much. I mean, she just worries about all of us. I was afraid that if I told my mother I was HIV positive, she'd buy the house next door to me. Wow. She'd feel like she had to come take care of me. And when I told her, she was completely fine with it. That was about 10 years after I told her I was gay. So she had a lot of time to absorb the fact that I was gay. I didn't tell her both at the same time.
I used to say to myself, well, I'm not going to tell my mother because, like you, my mother is worried as well. But I began to recognize that it wasn't so much that I didn't want to worry her. I didn't want to deal with her sadness, with her grief. And I'll never forget the look on my mother's face because it was this, oh, wow. It was you could see, it was a shattered look that quickly reassembled itself. Like, so the grief, the shock, and then she pulled herself together. And this happened within 2 or 3 seconds. She pulled herself together, and then she said, "How are you? You know, what do you need?" You know, so because I guess she felt like that wasn't her time. She could grieve later. She could let herself go later, and that's what she did.
And we could have gone on and on all night long, but it was getting late. I hope you have a chance to reach out for your own friends, for your own social support. There's lots of opportunities online to connect with others like they do on thebody.com. It's just a really important thing. In the meantime, please be well.
Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I wish I could be. Bye.